Today on Kicks Chronicles, we chat life and kicks with the Nike SNKRS very own, HACKNEY'S very own, the Will everybody knows, Will Stowe. We talk about the kicks he loved growing up and his journey to essentially becoming the face of the Nike SNKRS app. He also shares his experience navigating the creative fashion retail space and the lessons learned that essentially helped him to get into the position that he's in today. And lastly, we find out what 2 pairs of kicks he'd take with him if he was stranded on a desert island. Yes, my people, this is Kicks Chronicles. Yes, my people, big ProZECH back again, and you already know what it is. Kicks Chronicles, episode 81. Episode 100 is fast approaching, and today is a banger. Will Stowe is most certainly in the building. You get me? And when I say in the building, shout out to Crep Collection Club. You get me, for hooking us up and for a lovely spot for our conversation. He's a general in the game, someone heavily respected. Will Stowe stopped by. We had a nice long chat. You get me? Super happy with the interview. Will is somebody in the culture that, if you've been using the Nike SNKRS app, which a lot of us have to, whether we like it or not, you get me, you would have seen him literally the face of their lives. You get me? In 2021 or thereabouts, during the time of lockdown, Nike SNKRS started focusing a lot more on the community and interacting with us, and he was at the helm of that, and it was really huge in building that bond. And yeah, man, he talks about that whole journey of becoming the face of the Nike SNKRS app, and from uni, college, sort of how he ended up in that spot, because he'll be the first to admit it wasn't necessarily by design. When he was younger, kind of really didn't know specifically what he wanted to do, but just things started just orchestrating, and he had that hunger and that passion to really want to do something in the creative space. He also had that hustle mentality that a lot of us have from an Afro-Caribbean heritage. And he shouts out his family, especially in regards to his fashion and his style as well. So yeah, if you are a creative, or if you're somebody that likes or is interested in a career in social media, the creative area, or the creative industry within sports and fashion, yeah, you need to tap in, you need to lock in. Big style, because he's dropping gems, amazing advice, a really cool story. He also shares his collection, just absolute mad collection. He actually brought his collection to the store, or some of it, I should say. Let me not gas it out. But really cool pieces. We get to chat about his wider collection. I get to hit him with all different types of questions. A really good guy, great sport. We did this interview super early in the morning as well. It was vibes. Fantastic interview. Really happy with it. There's a little bit of an ambient, still sometimes with the outside broadcast. Things are outside of my control, you get me? But I tried to clean it up as best I could, you get me? So I apologize for that. If it is too ambient, please just turn it down a little bit in your headphone, and it should fix it nicely. And the longer you listen, the better it gets, 100% in that regard. And please, yeah, make sure you stick around, because he revealed something that I didn't know about him. He worked for a major rival. I only know him as a Nike guy, as a SNKRS guy, but he worked for an op, respectfully. So make sure to stick around for that. And yeah, man, I'm not wasting any time on this one. I'm gonna let you people jump right in. Yeah, as I said at the top, this is the Nike SNKRS app very own, HACKNEY'S very own, the Will everybody knows, you get me? Interview that I absolutely love. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. I'm talking about the one and only Will Stowe. Enjoy. Yes, my people. Big ProZECH is back once again. Kicks Chronicles. You already know what it is, and I have another illustrious guest. You see the surroundings. I told you I'm outside, and I weren't playing around, people. And I ain't out for no play. Only the heavy hitters, the heaviest of hitters. You get me? Like, many of you are gonna know who this guy is, yeah, right? Because you've been seeing him on your SNKRS app for the last few years. Right? This guy is literally the one sitting in the room full of all the girls that we wanted to get. You get me? And who's laughing because he's touching them and we're just looking. You get I'm talking about the one and only. I'm talking about Will Stowe. Will Stowe. Thanks for bringing me on. Man, it's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing, my bro. And yeah, man, it's so good to actually finally get this together, man. It's been an absolute sort of blessing. breaking the fourth wall, even coming here today.
Oh no! Let's go back further than that. Like, gotta definitely shout you out. I appreciate your patience, because like it took a minute for me to actually get around to actually like remembering that I need to respond to you each time you message. So yeah, appreciate your patience, bro. So I'm making you wait, man.
I appreciate the appreciation, because ultimately, right, this game has taught me humility. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be humble in this game, man. But the thing is, yeah, and I say this to everybody, man, you don't owe me nothing. We don't know each other from Adam. Like, so for you to give me your time and bring your, I'm saying, bring part of your collection. But the first guest to voluntarily just bring part of his collection, like, and there's bangers there. Like, I'm just saying, just bangers there, right? Some things like just came out. You get me? Like, we're gonna chat about that. You get me? Like, I really do appreciate you.
Nah, but you know what? Separately, aside from like sneakers and trainers and all that kind of stuff or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there, bro. So it's a real thing. So you gotta make time.
I appreciate that massively, bro. So, bro, you know what we do here, man? We take it right back to the beginning, man. So talk to me, man. Talk to me about that first love, that first shoe, whether it's the brand, whether it's the silhouette, whether it's a model. What was that first thing that just gripped your heart about Kicks, bro?
I would say not being able to afford them, one.
With you on that.
Actually, no, let me not do my parents' day like that, yeah. I say not being able to afford them, not being able to afford the ones I wanted, yeah.
Respectfully, yeah.
I'll say that, yeah. So, like, we're talking the 110s. I know, obviously, lately there's been a lot of conversation about, with the older guys that I know, like, big up my guy Pete, big up Magdi, big up King Trailers, everyone talking about the 110s, initially the TNs, and the TNs with this and that, or whatever. But the 110s for me growing up were the 95s, innit?
That was the 95s.
So
that is the 95s.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And obviously, like, some people had the ones with the zips on it as well, which are crazy.
Remember the zip thing?
Crazy.
Madness.
Crazy. Yeah. So I grew up in Hackney, went to school with a lot of like boys from London Fields, so you know, the boys are getting money very young. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, money very young. Guys had Thunder Maxes. I was even talking to one of them recently. I was like, they're coming back out. He's like, oh, is that what they were called? I was like, it's mad, you were just buying them, you didn't even know what they were.
See, the thing, they just look like 95s, but they look like 95s without the wave,
exactly.
Right? So I was under the impression that they were just like you know, like they had the Hirachi and then they had the Hirachi Ultra. They're just like a different version of the 95. I only clocked recently when I was trying to cop a pair, the CDG pair, right? Trying to cop a pair, and I was like, what's actually the name of the shoe? Because I'm typing in 95.
I didn't know that growing up.
For real, and it's just not coming up. Like, their other versions of 95s are coming up. You get me? But I'm with you, bro. So yeah, no, I definitely vibe with that, man. Like the aspirational aspect of wanting shoes. Like, this is probably the foundational reason for me to even have this program, have this platform, because growing up, like, and we'll get into this as well, like, growing up in my household, there were 3 priorities. It was God, food, education, in varying order, bro. You get me? Like, and if you weren't hitting on those things, ain't nothing else being chatted about. You get me? Like, respectfully. So it was like shoes are not on the agenda, they're not on the menu. Like, I'm going to school, I grew up in Southeast, I grew up in Bermondsey. Like, very, very heavy with the Reebok Classics, workouts, club season, that, like, and you're just trying to get on, bro. And my mum is just lacing me up in the most raw school of kicks, bro.
Now, do you know what? I won't even... Nah, respect, big up our parents. I won't do my parents' day like that. Like, so, my mum and my uncle, her brother, they were very stylish people, and my dad is a very stylish person as well. So, like, when I was an only child, before my other siblings came along and ruined the government and whatnot, like, it was kind of drippy, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, there was a level to it. Like you said, workouts, go to, easy, you know, Stan Smiths, go to, easy. And there was just, like, a level of, like, you know, you go outside and don't allow other people to say, hey, I saw your son looking somehow. Do you get what I'm saying?
We respond to that very efficiently.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Embarrassment is not a language.
It's not, at all. You don't go outside, don't let your enemies see you any kind of way, kind of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So, no, definitely there was always like a pride in like dressing well, and if it was a workout, if it was maybe a MS Limited, because those were guys big and JD at the time as well. Like, you know, you put them on with pride as well. Do you get what I'm saying? You did it properly. But yeah, man, yeah, definitely got to attribute it back to my parents showing me, like, you know, okay, cool, they got some jewelry on, like, you know, even if I'm going to church as well, like, you know what I'm saying. Then, you know, throw it back to, like, even total 90s as well, for keeping it a buck as well. Do you know what I'm saying? That was, you know, what do you say, school, PE, Sunday, like, you know what I'm saying, like, or even the school disco at the time as well.
Everything, bro.
For everything.
You get me? Like, definitely not in the, because I had friends that had kicks for occasions.
Yeah,
you know when you're on that level of
Sunday
having kicks for, you have kicks for occasions, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're on that level of having kicks for occasions, by God's grace, I'm there, like, now. I think we're there now. I was looking for us. You get me, like, but when you've got kicks for occasions, you're in a blessed position, man. Because certain man are going for those utilities. You know, there are certain football players, that play four or 5 positions. Those are the kicks we're buying. 100%. No, but you kind of alluded to it, and you mentioned it as well. So let's have a chat about it. Growing up in Hackney, right? Growing up in Hackney, obviously London, like, it's hot. Like, in terms of culture, in terms of fashion, music, everything. I think, like, I spoke to J2K, it grew up in a similar area as well, legend in the game, right? Like, what were the shoes that you were seeing on feet that really, for you, represented Hackney at that time?
You saw a lot of shocks, like, but I'll keep it real, a lot of, like, the older, like, uncles from, like, Yard, Jamaica, Caribbean uncles, they had them on.
Really?
They, like, I'll keep it real, like, if anyone said they had shocks on and they were young, I kind of have to, if that was your favourite, cool, but the uncles, that was their thing, let me not lie. The uncles had the shocks on and they were rocking them well, but the older, like, yardy uncles, cool. Outside of that, you had, like, Air Max Plus, the TNs, basically, those are going crazy as well. And then 95s and Air Force Ones, man, to keep it 100%. But then, you know, I remember, what was his name? Stormin, R.I.P. I remember he had that lyric. He was like walking down the street and my trousers down low, I'm a workouts on the side. So it's like workouts are really part of the fold. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they were real thing. All black ones, all white ones. Ice Blue Soul, if you can get your hands on them at the time as well.
With a little raspberry ripple on the ting, man. Little icy ripple on the ting, man. I was a big fan of that, man. That had a lot of people spinning. You know what had Bermondsey? Because I'm Bermondsey. I won't tell you the nickname of Bermondsey, but Bermondsey was a very... There wasn't a lot of people like me in Bermondsey growing up. That, you get me, man? The workouts went heavy, The black workouts with a gum sole, with that ripple. Bro, that had the streets on lock in my ends, bro. Nah, really big. Like, so I'm definitely vibing with you on that, man. But you did allude to something, and I definitely want to touch on it. You spoke about that change in government. You get me? Something shifted, you get me? And I want to know how far it potentially shifted. I talk about something called unholy grails, right? An unholy grail is essentially, before I explain it, do you understand where I'm going with this?
I think I know where you're going. But I'm gonna let you land.
Let me land. People always say, let me land.
I'm gonna let you land.
Unbranded kicks. I'm like an Everlast, a Slazenger, a Dunlop, a high tech. You get me? Like, so this is where I lived. I was there, right? I was in the midst of it. Talk about colorways, bro. I'm saying we went in. You get me? Like, did you ever have to, like, dabble in them dark arts?
Yeah, like, let me not lie, like, my stepdad at the time would, like, you know, pull up a shoe here and there from M&S or something like that.
Respect.
Then there would be, like, the odd, like, I don't know, it wouldn't be a Stan Smith shoe, but it'd be like a similar looking shoe to a Stan Smith. The leather would actually have been decent. It might have been like a Ted Baker shoe, maybe. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like
there, man. And they kind of, when you've got those brands that essentially make one thing varying off into other accessories, they kind of fall into that category a little bit. Like,
so you get let off a little bit. It's like, what was it? It's like, Ted Baker's like...
no, it's kind of, I'm saying, it's like, Lacoste, it's okay.
Do you know what it is? As long as it doesn't look like it's a copy of something, then you're alright.
Yeah.
I do remember one time, I did have something that looked like the Air Max with the zip. And everyone was like, he's got them. And I was like, I hate it. I hate it.
Well, you came forward and said, guys, like, you got to get in hype.
Because they were all telling everyone that I had them on, and I was like, nah, it's not me, I ain't that guy, man. I ain't got them. Because I didn't want to be a thing was like, like, where's the swoosh? Like, what's going on?
I was saying, the swoosh ain't swooshing, bruh. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before it gets found out, bro.
And kids in Hackney were not nice them times.
Oh, no. No, without a shadow of a doubt. And kids in Bermondsey, definitely the same. Yeah. Like, if you were playing any kind of game like that, and the truth is, right, the whole reason behind that, right, like, having those kicks, I'd rather have, like, there wasn't even used kicks that you could buy in them times, right? This is the thing. I couldn't buy a used pair of Reebok Classics.
Even then, it's like, even if you could, it's like, if someone found out that you did...
Bro, it's like, I'm saying, like, you've got the lurgies, bro. You're buying other people's kicks. Nowadays, everybody's different.
What was that? People like, I saw you shopping in Oxfam. Like, that was a crazy cuss at the time.
Now we're 50. On purpose. On purpose, we go 50. We go charity shop on purpose. We go there to buy other people's clothes.
You had to be there. You had to be there.
No, man, but what? No, you're absolutely right, man. We definitely have been through it. But you know what? God is good. We come out the other side, humble. You get me? Certain people are even working for Nike. It's like, I'm saying,
it is quite crazy when I think about it.
Exactly, and we definitely want to get into that. But before we get into that journey, we need to understand more of your sneaker journey, bro. I see some kicks here, bro.
No, for sure.
Now we need to get into the we need to get into the EST of KIC. And when I say EST, I'm talking like the oldest, newest, the rarest, the greatest, the best. You get me, man? So talk to me, bro. Like, of your collection, what's the oldest kick you got in your collection?
Okay. Before, actually, little story before I get into it. I saw a tweet recently and I didn't realize that I was doing that, and I feel like a lot of us are doing that, yeah? Someone said, I realized that my purchasing history is things that I couldn't buy when I was younger. And now I think about it, 100%. This is basically what we're all doing, like, literally. That's
what I'm trying to do.
We're just going back.
Reclaim youth.
Yeah, literally.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Do you get what I'm saying? Or things that, like, maybe you had one of and, like, your parents weren't able to get you a second pair again. Do you get what I'm saying? So even like these pairs I have on now,
100%.
Bro, when I saw them, I was like,
bro, this guy's a guy, bro.
And they only been retroed once. Like.
This is it, because the funny thing is with certain shoes, like the thing is, it's like in your mind, obviously nostalgia is massive at this point, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's really enjoying looking back over like old photos and things of that nature, and understanding sort of what was to understand what is, because fashion cyclical just goes around, right? But there's certain silhouettes and there's certain kicks that remind you of a time, bro.
Oh, bro, it's nostalgia.
It just reminds you of a time. And the thing that I think that like brands like, I think Adidas has recently done it, tapping into the Samba, right? Is like, do you know what? And you got to take your hat off to them. Is like, when this is the era that we're in, where people are just really vibing with what was, right? Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it, and let's get into it well. Let's revamp them. Let's make them well, but let's also make sure that the people that remember them, right?
Have a great time.
Exactly. Like, so no, I'm definitely vibing with that, man. I'm definitely vibing with that. But yeah, bro, what's your oldest kick in your collection?
So officially, I don't have the oldest kick here, but what would have been my oldest kick that I would have used my own money to purchase would have been, and I can send you the picture after, would have been the Air Max Lumberjack pack. I wore that pair during, I think, uni as well, but it was from Crooked Tongues. I believe I bought it just before it was gone.
Wow.
And like, I remember around that time when I had that, I had a Destroyer jacket for the first time as well.
Wow.
Got a discount from my boy Aggie when he used to work at 1948. Big up Aggie. But yeah, those are they would be my oldest pen. I think that was like a 07 shoe when it released, or 06 or something like that. I don't have them here. But what would be my oldest pair right now is the Air Max woven boot. This is a 2017 pair. I didn't buy it at the time. I had to like go on one of them websites to go and get it from there. But I guess it's like, in terms of like older Air Max units, like I'm kind of scared going past like 2015.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want that crumble experience. Like that was
Apple crumble is a real thing.
No, it's not that. Yeah. And it's really funny with this pair. What I do actually love is the original woven.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
But my foot can't fit in the slip-on. It just doesn't work for a wide foot like myself.
Yeah, I'm in the same game, bro.
This is like the best compromise. But I do love these shoes, man. Amazing color, that full air unit as well. You can't really go wrong.
Like, no, this shoe passed me by 100%. 100% passed me by. You get me, man? Because I don't think I was in that. You know, there was a phase, when you were growing up, where colours were the enemy. Such a dangerous. We've learned now. We've come across, like, you know what I'm saying, like we've elevated. You get me? Like, we're dipping into different things and enjoying the palette and the rainbow. It's all available for us now, right? But like that one would have passed me by at that stage, because you know what I'm saying, way too colourful. But that is a vibe. Reminds me of the future that came out.
Oh, those were cold, bro.
Reminds me of the future. I went in on the future. I got a black pair, and the thing is,
got involved. I wish I did,
bro. This is the thing. Some people look back. Like, I'm happy with that reaction, because I look back at the future and I was like, although it's not a quote unquote a numbered Jordan, right? That shoe was fully cold, bro.
I think the conversation always is like, you know, if Jordan didn't wear it, like with sneakers, but that one seemed to cut through very well.
At that time, it went in, bro. And the thing is, what I think happened is it ended up like like they ended up being like loads of them in JD. I think there was like various different versions, Foot Locker, boom, 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 and it just ends up becoming a thing that like anybody can grab at a certain point. But I remember when I touched them and I started rocking them, I had the ones with the gold debris on them, and the black one with the white midsole, black outsole, black sort of translucent outsole with the gold debris. I said, buddy.
Yeah, no, they're cold.
Buddy.
There was I know you ran out recently. There was a K54 one. And they were quite colourful as well, like really, really strong. Like they
come on, man. Come on, man. So yeah, that's definitely giving me that vibe still, man. But it's a very, very hard shoe, man. The translucent outsole, midsole and that, like full air unit, being able to see the whole thing. I absolutely love that, bro. You get me, man. But yeah, so that's your oldest unofficially. Let's talk about your newest. What's the newest thing you picked up? Yeah, man. Let me grab one of them as well. The first time I'm seeing them, you get me? First and last time.
It's the newest. It's the newest. This is the Air Max DNs, but the pair with Supreme. I actually, apart from seeing them on Clint's Instagram, I've never seen anybody else post a silver pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even seen them on foot.
Yeah.
But I know they were super limited. I know these are quite limited as well, but these are the newest one. I'll be honest, when I first saw them, I got excited because I was like, immediately I knew what the references were. I don't know if officially that's what they are, but to me they are. Air Max 2001, 2002, and then the upper is a deluxe in my eyes 100%. Anyway. I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah, I think you're definitely on that.
Definitely a lot of like mixed opinions, but I think once they hit the ground and everyone started seeing them on foot, this is the shoe, and it's like, I was saying to people, it's like, you can't be mad at visible air when it gets fun.
Oh yeah, bro.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm up for this.
It's like you can't be mad at it. It's big, it's bold, but when you put it on foot, it doesn't look as massive as it does in hand.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Okay. So I think that was like one of the questions that a lot of people were saying is that it's too bulky, all this kind of stuff or whatever. But once you have it on foot, it's good and it's a comfortable shoe. It's
like bird's eye view is very, very important. Like we don't talk about it a lot because ultimately a lot of times when we do on feet views or whatever, we're looking at it side on and it's from the view of the observer. Right, but our view is really, really important. How a shoe looks to you from top down is actually really, really important. And sometimes, like I've mugged off a shoe because of how it looks. Because if it don't look good to me, I'm thinking, regardless of what it looks to somebody else, I'm the one that paid for it. You get me? Like I'm paid to just show you my kit. I need to actually enjoy what I'm wearing.
No, for sure.
But no, this shoe is definitely a vibe, and this definitely is something I definitely want to ask you about because, like, the DN is a shoe that is. It's hard to ignore at this point.
Yeah, no,
like, it's about.
You can't. It's around, yeah.
She gets busy, bro. It's out here, bro.
If you don't know what the DN is at this point, I don't know.
Bro, I don't even know what I'm going for you. But like one thing I will say here, right, is I've been known to say in the past, Nike, I want you to do more in terms of your marketing. I want you to do more in terms of your storytelling. I want you to make me feel like this is important, right? And I think I can say in with no uncertain terms that they've made me feel like this is an important shoe. They put a lot of energy and effort into it, which I applaud, right? Now, and this is the sneakerhead in me being an absolute like flip-flopping cynic, right? I'm like, bro, you're doing too much. Are you doing too much? What is up with this shoe? Why is this shoe everywhere now? Am I being too harsh, bro? Am I being too harsh?
Do you know what? It's definitely like big impact, you know, like with the bubble as well.
100%.
I'll say like it's definitely not something that they want anyone to miss at all. So you're definitely gonna see it more than you'd see another shoe at the moment, for sure. Like I've seen it several times in real life, on posters, online. It's everywhere. Yeah, I'll say it's definitely everywhere.
It's really everywhere. But the other thing that I would say, and I have to respect, obviously, even in line with the Supreme collab, is the elevation in terms of in the mind, because how you communicate a product essentially then tells the customer where to put it in their mind. So, like, without getting into the weeds or going down a rabbit hole, in my mind, I've got a list of shoes and I've got an order of kicks, and I'm like, this shoe is super, super premium, super, super important. Anytime it drops, it's got my attention. I need to understand it. If I can't get it in hand, I'm gonna want to like see it up close, right? And you work the way down the list of shoes where you kind of like them, but if you don't get them, you don't get them, right? Right now, they're pushing the shoe to a place where they're making me feel like it should be really, really important. Right, I want to understand: is that a
is that a thing where it's like, oh, this is what we feel about the shoe, or is it a thing of we're just trying to sell the shoe, so we just want you to feel like the shoe is important right now, and just make sure that we buy the shoe, and then ultimately, like maybe like a Scorpion or something else that has different technology in it, it's gonna sort of go by the wayside at a certain point, and we're not gonna see it much.
You always gotta look at it this way, like Air Max Day is a real thing, so like you know. Every year you come to expect like a new iteration.
That is true. That is true.
So I guess this is just like, you know, the next one.
The next innovation in air, bro.
Do you know what I mean? There's always like something new. Like last year was the Pulse. It wasn't my flavour personally, but this one caught my attention for sure.
No, without a shadow of a doubt.
So I think definitely it feels like, you know, the brand definitely tasked itself with like producing something new for that day and for that moment, and for like new adopters and early adopters as well, to kind of, you know, feel like, okay, cool, what's happening new in the world of air, you know, and that's what it is.
Do you know what's nuts, yeah? Me just touching up the shoe, right? I'm thinking to myself, this guy definitely wore the shoe, because I think I've seen the picture. It's so mad that sneakerheads here, right? This is it. It's so mad, yeah, sneakerheads. We look at a shoe and we know the shoe has been on the ground, but I'm still touching it up like that, bro. I can't even help myself, man. I can't even help myself, man. But no, this shoe is definitely a vibe. All right, so we've done oldest, we've done newest, yeah, right? Let's talk about rarest.
Cool. So this one was, it took me a second to think about this one, but this is the rarest pair I have. And this is the rarest pair I have because I don't think it actually released.
I don't even know what that is. I do not know what that is.
So these are the Coral Studios Air Max 95, and I believe this would be the 2.0. So the initial pair released in 2018, and I think it was limited to like 50 pairs or something like that. So Coral Studios is an agency out of New York, big up Ish. And they have like a simple message in there about bringing awareness to the Great Barrier Reef and coral bleaching.
Oh, okay.
So there'll always be like a coral colour inside of their shoes, and like some of the collaborations they do, like they've done t-shirts, they've done jackets. I have a jacket from them recently, I keep talking about it, I'm like, it's the best jacket I've seen in a long time. The jacket actually turns white to kind of like signify coral bleaching as well, which is really interesting. But the first pair went crazy. 2018. I only found out about them when I started sneakers in 2020, to be honest. And then we had a couple shows and we had Ish on there as well. So then the way I managed to get these in hand was I'd done like, I'm trying to remember what day it was. Some kind of day we did some kind of big moment, and I think I did like 5 back-to-back streams or something crazy. I pulled some mad shift basically. So then my team sent me got a pendant. It's like a, you know, well done, and then like they sent me this as well, and I was like, damn, like this is sick. But we had them on show to talk about them, but I believe like after we like done the show, he'd like received several like asks about them. I probably didn't help by like talking about them on as well, but it just went crazy. So I know there was like another plan, but I don't actually know what happened. But these I don't think actually came out. But these were the 2.0s, very highly anticipated. I've worn them a lot as well, love the colorway. I know a lot of people are like, you know, Air Max 95 should always be like that nubuck suede or whatever it is or whatever, shouldn't be leather, all that kind of conversation, but I like them, man, they're really nice. Like, easier wearing them as well.
My first 95s were all blacks and leathers, bro. So like, I'm saying like, I wasn't out here doing anything nefarious. The first ones I could get, right? But 100%, like I'm with that, bro. I'm with that, man. And the shoes are vibe. The shoes are vibe, man.
Cold.
The shoes are vibe, man. The pops are color. You get me, like the black out on the mud as well. Like toe box as well.
Small little detail there. It says CRL for Coral
Wow,
Studios.
no, I like that. I like that. You get me, and the cool detailing goes through into the air unit as well, bro. That's a cool color on the air unit, bro.
Exactly.
See, it all works through, man.
Crazy.
We love that. Right. If I was to ask you, yeah, right, in your mind, what's the greatest shoe in your collection?
The greatest shoe in my collection?
The greatest shoe in your collection.
The greatest shoe in my collection I don't have, because I think the greatest shoe of all time is the Air Max 95 OG Neon.
Really?
Yeah, that's the greatest shoe of all time.
And you don't have that?
I don't have it, no.
You must have walked past that 1,000 times, bro.
Do you know what it is? Again, like, growing up when it was really thinking, there was no way my mum was going to spend £110 on a shoe. And I think also, now thinking about it, where I grew up in Hackney, it probably had a connotation as well.
Yes.
So she probably didn't want me to, like, you know,
yeah,
be caught up in, like, you know, them kind of conversations and whatever. So yeah, I didn't get it at the time when it was in its heyday. There was an opportunity in 2020, and I missed it because there was another drop on sneakers. I remember, I missed it at the time. But yeah, OG Neon, that is like absolute.
What? So you miss things on sneakers?
Oh yeah, all the time, bro. All the time. All the time. All the time. I promise you, all the time.
Bro, I'm gonna ask you later. It's one of our quick fire questions, bro. You get me? We're gonna get into it, bro. But he's a human being, just like us. You get me? All right, bro. If your house was on fire and you could only grab one, like, what are you taking?
I would take my Pegasus 2K5 CDGs. Why? Because one, it's a bit of a flex and not everyone can see it right away. And two, it's ultimate comfort.
We like that.
So I'll take that.
Get me.
I'll take that. Maybe I'll take a Jason Mark spray as well.
Just to keep it going.
Shout
out to Jason Mark, man. Shout out to Jeff and them, man, there, man, following that, man. But yeah, man, I'm vibing with that, man, because I'm the comfort king. I feel like we're definitely kindred when it comes to the comfort. Like, you get me? Like, when you're blessed with that kind of thicker foot.
Trust me, it's crazy.
I'm saying we seek out comfort wherever we can get it, man. I respect it. I respect it, bro. In terms of comfort, actually, that's a great thing, man. Most comfortable shoe. What you say your most comfortable shoe is?
My most comfortable shoe? Ooh. It has to be a Vomero or a Pegasus, you know.
The Vomero is doing bits, man. Respect on the Vomero, because for my money, in the years past, I always pegged Nikes to be a little narrow. They addressed it. They have addressed it. They have addressed it. The Vomero is a supremely comfortable shoe, so I'm definitely with you on that. I feel like now's a great time for us to sort of have a little chat about your journey in Kicks in terms of your career, because like you're in, for some people looking at this, would say a privileged position, man. You're working for the biggest sportswear brand in the world. You're working at Nike. Do you call them Nike or do you call them Nike?
I say Nike, I say Nike.
That's nuts, right? You get me? Like, I'm saying, I find myself, the more I'm talking to people, I find myself slipping into the Nike every so often.
No, you will. By the end of the year, you'll be saying Nike.
This is it, man. I feel like it's acceptable now. But like, truthfully, like, either way, like, I want to understand your journey in terms of like how you found yourself there. Like, and please start from as early as you want to start from, bro. How did you end up at that brand?
For sure. I always bring it back to home and just kind of like my journey to like maybe creativity and knowing myself as well. You know, talk about like color and, you know, 95s and connotations and all that kind of stuff or whatever. I think I had to really realize and recognize what I was growing up in. You know what I'm saying? It was Hackney when it wasn't gentrified. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily the nicest or safest place, but we definitely had a community of like people like my aunties and uncles are down the road. I knew all my neighbors, all that kind of stuff. They knew me. But, you know, as much as there was that love around, there was still a lot of darkness around as well. I never tapped into it, but it was right next to me. You get what I'm saying? So one thing I realized really quickly is, you know, in order to kind of do different, I have to think different, you know? So
big words.
You know what I'm saying?
Love that one.
And then also on top of that as well, I started dressing differently as well. Because one thing that was happening a lot was, you know, mistaken identity. It's like, you know, looking for this person, looking for that person. And so it's like, I love tracksuits and I wear them more now. But when I was growing up, I just stopped wearing tracksuits.
No, I hear that.
Because it was like, not because I was trying to be anything. It was just like, I don't want to get caught up in no dramas, innit? You know what I'm saying? So you start exploring like different ways to dress. Then when I went to college, I started meeting people who were like into Stussy and 10 Deep and 12 Bar, flipping hundreds and all these like brands I'd never heard of before, and it started opening my mind basically. And then I started finding out about like different roles. So I guess one of my first official roles or like retail jobs was when I was coming out of secondary school, and it was Ethel Austin, and that was like Mothercare in Dorset Shopping Market.
I respect it, man.
I hated it.
Shout out to
I hated it. I actually hated it. You know what I'm saying? But it taught me, it's like, okay, cool. You might have to work some jobs that you don't actually like. Do you know what I'm saying? If you actually want to make money and like do your own thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So time went on, managed to land a job at Abercrombie & Fitch. One of my friends who was local.
One of their models in that outside.
Not me, you know what I'm saying? Too much jollof, you know what I'm saying? So,
you and me both, G.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was one of them guys in the stock room, but I was on the floor sometimes, but my top was on as well. Nothing weird happened as well, because I know they've been in trouble in the past. But yeah, so then after that, went uni. Was trying to like figure out what I wanted to do. I knew I had like a heart for like creativity, and I started writing as well, and I was in the church too. So there was just all these like bursting like creative and colourful things happening. But at the end of the day, I'm still like in an African household. My mum's not like pressuring me like that. It's more just like, what do you want to do? And it's like, I don't really know, but like I know I have like these passions or whatever. I can write, I can like speak to people, all that kind of stuff or whatever. So trying to package it, but she was like, you know, go to school and like, you know, get something first, innit? You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like super academic like when I was coming up, but like I studied forensic chemistry and I did applied science at college or whatever. Went through it. It was funny, when I was on the course, I would always like have my on, because we come from where we come from, innit? You know what I'm saying? So we look good. And one of the things that would always come up with one of the students from Dubai was, you know, you're so cool, bro. Like, what are you doing on this course? And I used to take offense. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. Like, what do you mean what I'm doing on this course? Like, I'm as smart as you are, basically. But he knew what he was seeing, and he could tell, like, you know, this wasn't like maybe what I was supposed to be. So like as time went on and I finished uni, I was just like trying to find jobs in forensics, trying to find jobs in police and I was like, it's not really sticking for me.
Imagine,
do you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been a different,
bro, that's so wild.
It would have been a different journey. So then cool, back to the drawing board. I was working at uni at Calvin Klein, left uni, went to Calvin Klein in Oxford Street, left there, went to J. Crew. J. Crew was a big turning point, because then I understood like what cooler retail looked like as well. And that was like, they had, I know a lot of people are like, oh, New Balance is popping now. New Balance has always been popping. Yeah. J. Crew had, and still have, some bad boy Japan exclusives, but also J. Crew exclusives as well. And then also it made me realize, I was like, right, like these trainers ain't cheap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a collector, you're really committed to this. Do you get what I'm saying? And I guess this is before like the boom of like crazy commercial reselling as well. But being in that store was really interested. I understood fabrication. I understood what like Laura Piana was, like Miller Rain, all these different like fabric houses as well. And then also that there was a different tier of customers that would pay for this kind of stuff as well. So it made me understand people better too. So I'm still gaining like this knowledge as well. Then I live in Hackney, obviously, so down the road is Shoreditch, and then there's a store called ProZECH. Yeah. So ProZECH originally was Duffer St George.
Shout out to Duffer St George. that had SFX on lock. Shout out.
So like, and this is like a store made by the owner and his family essentially. Yeah. So when I went into the store, it was like, it was overwhelming, because it was like you had Trickers on the wall, you had Stoney there, you had Early Engineered Garments, Capital, Remy Relief, like all these weird and wonderful brands. And I'm like, I'm in here, I like what I see, but these guys are dressed to the nines, and like I'm dressing all right, but like they're dressing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I'm saying? There's levels to it. So I remember I used to ask, like, you know, how does it work? How does someone get a job here or whatever? There was a guy in there called Ash, lovely guy, spoke to me. He was like, yeah, man, like keep coming back or whatever. Then I met a guy called Nicholas Walter. Nick was like my path into there. Like, he was great. He worked at Nike Lab for time, and then like we reconnected some time after. He took me to my first like branded party. It was a patter party at Great Eastern Street. Met loads of people there. Then also found out that people like did weird things, like, you know, you come from a good home but you act like you're a bad boy outside, which is really strange to me, but we can talk about that another time. So then when me and Nick connected, he just like got me inside of ProZECH, and like, you know, the rest of it was kind of history from there. I met people that worked at agencies from there as well, which is how I managed to like work with Adidas as well and do some writing as well.
Hold tight.
Well, I said, no.
See how he's trying to sneak that in? Are you serious, bro? You work for the ops?
Yeah, no, I did so basically it was an agency called Superimpose. It was run by a guy called Ollie and Toby. Big them up. Great opportunity for me, because this was like my jump out of retail. So like I missed out some places, but I did a lot of retail.
I respect
and then he came into the store one day, and I'd started off a page on Instagram called Words by Stowe. And this was just
shout out to that page, bro. Yeah, I'm down for that, bro. I love that.
Appreciate it. But yeah, I started a page called Words by Stowe. Nick told me to start it because I was like at a point where I was getting really frustrated. I was applying for jobs, wasn't getting them, wasn't being noticed for the things that I wanted to do, but I didn't have the experience, so it wasn't like really making sense for what I was expecting. But also for me, it was like, I know I can do this. Why are you not giving me a chance? But it didn't really work like that. And thank God I didn't at the time, because that would have been wrong timing. So Ollie came in. He was like, "Yo, bro, you can write copy." I'm like 26 at the time. I didn't even know what copy meant. which was mad. And then he was like, yeah, we got this job. You can write copy. He was like, you can do poetry, right? I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Like, if I can write, then I can write. Then cool. Went on my lunch break or whatever. The agency was just down the road from like Present or whatever. And he was like, yeah, we need you to like write something that's gonna let people in the city care about waste in the ocean for this Parley EQT. And in my head, I was like, I don't really care about it, so I don't know how you want me to write about it. Like, I know that I don't care about it. It's not something that's coming to mind.
Real, 100%.
You get what I'm saying? So I had to really like start doing research and like think about it or whatever. And I guess that was a skill as well. It's like researching is so important in every aspect of everything that everyone does. Like even you as a content creator, sneaker connoisseur, like you know what research means. Like when you're having these conversations, or just being in front of brands as well,
100%.
Knowing like what you have to talk about. So I just had to go back and like read up and see what Parley was about. I was like, okay, cool. Like I have to kind of make it like feel like a certain thing, basically. Like I would now have to like be considerate about like my usage of plastic and all that kind of stuff. Wrote something, wasn't sure about it initially, gave it to them, they loved it, became a thing. Now at the time I thought I was gonna get free trainers. They was like, what's your day rate? And in my head I was like, is a day rate? Like, all these things everyone's talking about, day rate, it's within copy. I was like, what are you talking about? So said an amount. I think at the time I was like $250 a day or something like that or whatever, which is still good money, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Great money, man.
And I think it spanned over like a couple of weeks or whatever. Got a decent amount. When I got it, I couldn't believe it. Called my boy Reese. I was like, yo, man, like, what you saying? He's like, yeah, let's go Brazil.
We're up.
Yeah, I was like, we're up.
What I'm saying, I just won the lottery and I didn't even buy a ticket.
Bro, it's crazy. This is like 2018. And we was just like, yeah, let's go Brazil. I was like, yeah, go Brazil.
Love that.
But yeah, from there, like, I was able to just like start to like transition into like different places. I was like, okay, cool. What I'm able to do would be housed under creative strategy, because it's like I understand what brand work looks like. I understand what marketing looks like. I understand how to write to a degree, because I'm not like a big like copywriter officially, but I can do creative writing as well. But it's more so I was understanding like how to take a journey from one place to another. And then also considering like the storytelling aspects as well. But then now it's like we had all that happening when Generation Works, Strash Drop Date, started working for them as a writer. I was terrible at it, but like I was okay at some points. But like big up the guys there, because they sat me down and was like, bro, you're not good at this. Maybe let's put you on production. And I was like, cool, great at production. Managed to flow more into Generation Works, and then again it was similar like creative strategy work as well. And then we had this big project come through that we pitched for with New Balance to start a running group, so it's called Run the Boroughs.
Love that.
And it was kind of like, I think you'll know the reference. It was like Renford Rejects for running, basically.
100%. Shout out Nickelodeon, Renford Rejects, bro. Yeah. It
was essentially that. And there were some people that could run really fast. I mean, like I wasn't one of them, but I was the leader of the group because I was like project manager essentially. But it was a great time. Like they've gone on to do some amazing things, and I brought some of my friends on as well, and they've done me so proud as well. But it's great to see like a project like that turn into even product as well, because they've had like some stuff on what was it, on a 990, I believe they did something on it as well. But like they've taken it to like another place. So then at that time, I remember I was talking to one of my mates' older brothers, and he was asking me if I had a LinkedIn, and I was like, nah, that's like Instagram for weirdos. Like,
this is it, bro.
Like, why do I have a LinkedIn? I see you man posting some strange things on there. Whatever. He's like, nah, like use it makes sense. So I was like, whatever you say, bro. And then obviously I was still going through this phase of like trying to like, better myself, get in better positions, get better money or whatever. And then he was like, use it. Like, I was like, okay, cool. So I started posting stuff on there, started getting responses, and I was like, right, it really works or whatever. So then I fell into this search of like, a recruiters like outreach or whatever. And it was like, oh, we got this role, it's like this thing called sneakers, blah, 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 it's for Nike. Sent a forth, went for the interview. I thought I did all right, and then they went quiet, and I was just like, yo, like I'm still working with these guys at Generation Works. They're like family to me, but I want to be respectful of their time, so I need you to tell me like 100%. If I quit or not, kind of thing. I feel like I kind of forced their hand with the answer, but here we are.
But the answer was right. The answer was right, bro.
Like,
we love that.
5 years. What was it? I started in 2020. It's like 4 years later. Feels like I've been at Nike for 10 years or so. But it's been a great journey. I've learned a lot. I can't even lie to you, bro. I feel like there is traits in people that kind of allow them to walk into like these. I say walk into, adapt these roles, and I think it's going to sound crazy and horrible. There's two mindsets I believe in the world. There's a consumer, and then there's the marketer. Yeah, and I think consumers stop and look at a situation and think, oh, nice, or complain at something that doesn't fulfill them. And then I think the marketers look at it like, okay, cool. Why did you do that? How did you get there? And how could you have made that better? Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where that mindset helped me get into Nike. And I feel like there's also like a mindset of continually learning as well, which I think everyone should always have, you know?
100%, man. You made some amazing points, bro. And thank you so much for sharing that journey, because ultimately with this platform, I always seek to entertain, obviously, but educate. A lot of people just don't realize the path that a lot of people in positions that they maybe look at or aspire to be in, they actually take. Some of them can be very, very sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can be very orthodox, or they can even say you can literally go through various different corners and end up in a position where you never expected to be. Do you ever, like, and I don't know why I'm asking this, but like it just came to my mind. Do you ever, like, has your journey made you feel secure in your position, made you feel secure in what you're able to do?
Oh yeah,
or do you ever, like, still think, oh, like, how am I here and what am I doing?
There was a lot of like, I think just as black people, if we're keeping it a buck here, you're always gonna have imposter syndrome. Like, you always will, just because, like, you'll walk into certain rooms and places and you won't see a lot of people that look like you.
100%.
So then you'll question, like, should I be here? Like, am I worthy to be here? And then also just kind of like the way people assume things of you as well. So it's like, if I say I work at Nike for someone that doesn't know me, and it's no disrespect to them, they'll be like, oh, what store do you work in? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the first thing they'll say. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And again, it's like, I think it's because of what the world has come to acknowledge of us, and also what we've come to acknowledge of ourselves as well. But we're definitely elevating and smashing them walls. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely look back and I'm like, right, like, I can't believe I'm here. But at the same time, I can as well, because it's like, I wasn't sitting down just like, you know, looking at my phone like, how am I going to make this happen? I really, like, got it in. And sometimes I forget, like, even along the journey, that some of the things I did, like, I remember I did sales for like a guy called Matt. Lovely guy, crazy but lovely guy. He had brands like Boy London. What else did he have? He had a bit of Arcare as well, a bit of an obscure one. But we did trade shows and, like, traveled with him as well. And, like, I did before I worked with him, I worked on the trade show, literally just giving out waters and stuff like that, whether pushing trolleys and stuff like that or whatever, which was fun at the time. And I remember just kind of like walking around, and sometimes people would be like, bro, I saw you working at this store and you was doing that or whatever. Like, how many other things are you doing? It's like, hey, I'm just trying to get in, bro. Like, you got to keep doing.
I need to get busy, man. I feel like that kind of mentality is so important. I suppose it's something that for a number of us, I mean, I don't know how old you are specifically, but
33. I'm never shy to say,
33.
Yeah.
So we're probably firmly within that millennial bracket. Like, I feel like a lot of millennials, especially ones of our color, like, just have in the back of our mind that we just can't sit down and do one thing. We kind of just have to get busy. We just kind of have to be busy. Whether that comes from our parents, just like never sitting down.
Parents,
you know what I'm saying? Just never sitting down and just always working to make our lives better and stuff, and just getting that. And I feel like that's really, really important in terms of a lesson to pass down, because as like, I've got a daughter, she's really, really young. I'm realizing that, like, the conversations I have with my wife will be like, oh, do you think she has enough toys and things like that? And I'm like, have you ever played with a stick before? Because I have. I was saying, like, there was this, like, you know what, man, we've literally come so far, and it's an absolute blessing. But just having that ability to translate that particular skill set, that particular drive, is really, really important, and maintain that. So I definitely vibe with you on that. Since you've been at Nike, has there been any moments where you've been like, wow, I literally can't believe I'm talking to this person, or I'm having this experience?
It has to be the Tinker ones, man. I can't even answer. It has to be. So the first time was like, bro, like, this is really happening. And then the second time, it was like, it was me, him, and Clint. And I was like,
I saw that interview.
It felt really special, because it was like, bro, like, this is like generations of, like,
it was like generations, bro.
The guy that's done it and, like, made the path. And what was obviously what people didn't see off camera was them meeting prior in a just like a food complex next to the office in New York, and they were just chopping it up, and it was calm. Like, it was like he was meeting his hero. Then when it was finished, he was going mental. It was like, no, he signed my shoe. I cut that. It was sick. It was sick. Shout
out to Clint and Tinker, man, because I think the thing that people really vibe with Cortez and Clint is he never shies away of from sharing his exuberance for whatever. Like if he likes something, he likes it, and he just goes in it. And I think that's something that I really vibe with, because I think a lot of times, especially as I said, we've referred to it so many times, we're always taught to be a little bit more stoic, a little bit more aloof. Like don't show your hand too much, or like that. But when you work yourself into a position like where you are, I'm saying, on a lot of people's lips, and essentially have the I'm saying like the biggest brand or the most influential brand in the UK at this moment, right? I'm saying you can allow yourself to be exuberant, bro. Just be free, bro. At this point, man, you fully put the work in. Be free and really, really enjoy yourself. When I saw that interview, that's the vibe I was getting from him, bro. It felt like he was meeting a hero. And the funny thing is, Tinker, like, it's like, and it's dumb, like, you're like, would Tinker even know who Tinker fully knew who he was, bro?
He did his research,
100%, bro. Because the thing is, what Clint was doing was elevating the Air Max brand at that point. He was elevating the brand at that point, something that he laid the foundation.
I've definitely seen a lot more 95s around,
bro.
I can't even lie.
He elevated the brand and he made something. And obviously, 95 was a popular silhouette, but after that 3 drop, bro, like it skyrocketed, bro. To try and pick up any one of those 3 colorways, bro, that Cortez dropped, it's a myth. You get me? Like, unless you got big bucks, you get me? I'm talking to... the
other person I would say as well, though, I definitely have to put that, I was like, right, I'm speaking to him with Skepta. And it was like, obviously he's close, and obviously like North London Hackney's really close or whatever, but like at that point, he was bigger than just like microphone champion Skepta. He'd done like everything at that point, do you get what I'm saying? And it was like, we weren't face to face, but we was on the stream, and I was like, yeah, that was definitely a moment. I can't even front.
Talk to me about the stream, yeah, because I know a lot of times you've either done it on your own, which I rate, because even just doing a live on your own is just like,
it's not a joke.
Bro, like, I'm saying, like, no, it is like massively taxing on the brain, bro, because you're like, you feel like, do you know when they talk about people feeling alone? There's never a more alone feel than when you're literally talking to a blank screen. You get me, like, and you're hoping people are vibing with what you're saying. And thank God, like, I've always wanted to know, can you see when people are doing those fire emojis and all that stuff?
So at the start, when it was, because like the setup was interesting, man. It was like, it was in my room. The laptop, almost like this. The laptop's right here. I can see the amount of viewers, and I can see the emojis or whatever, and you can also see a poll question and responses, basically. Yeah? So you can kind of see that basically and get a gauge. So maybe if it's like going high, I'll get better energy. If it's going low, I'll get better energy, because it's like, okay, man, maybe I need to pick it up, basically, kind of thing. But to your point, doing a stream alone is crazy, bro. Like, and it's interesting. It's a testament to how long you've been watching as well, because there was one where Lucian had just had his kid. And he said to me the week before, he was like, hey man, maybe you do the stream by yourself. Like, and I was like, nah, you'll probably have the kid after. And he was like, hey bro, you have to do the stream by yourself. I was like, mad. So we got on air, and what was dropping at the time? It was the HA11, was it Jubilee?
Oh, what? Yeah. So was that, what was that, 21?
21, Jubilee, yeah. So first time I'd ever had 11, period, yeah. I never had 11 before that. So I had it in hand, done some style shots as well. But I literally did the stream, I think it was like 20 minutes, 25 minutes by myself or whatever, but it was so weird. It was like,
I can't imagine, bro.
I'm talking to the screen, there's no Lucian to kind of feedback or whatever, and I'm just going, basically. Bro. But it was like, you have to keep the energy, like there's no, if you stop, there's just air, there's nothing. Do you get what I'm saying?
And I think in that moment, right, what I always like envisage, like, is just like, you know, back in the day when they were like, if you ever like reading a script or ever reading like a speech and you're nervous, you should like think like everyone's naked or something like that. So it brings everyone.
Curtain, bro.
But when you're literally staring at a wall, how do you do that? You can't even do that. Like,
it's nuts, man. It's mad. But I think it's just more like, again, because I write poetry, I perform it as well. I haven't done it in a while, but I still write. I think you kind of take it on like it's a performance, because like,
I hear that.
Once you're on, you take on like another persona or whatever. So it's like, I'm definitely an extrovert, but once I finish, it's like you said, it's taxing. So it's like you finish and you're like sometimes I'll like, when we finished in like the London office, when we got the space, like proper stuff, I'd finish and I'd just be sitting there, and it'll hit 9 o'clock and I'm still in the office. Like,
I hear that.
Because I'm sitting. Like, it's mad. so crazy.
Have there been any times, yeah, where you've been like on a live, or where you've been like whether it be a sneakers day or an Air Max day, when you've not felt the product, you've not felt the product, yeah?
I think, yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, obviously, myself and Lucian were always, at the time anyway, we were always very like mindful that, you know, you can't actually slag the product off.
Well, this is it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to keep your job. So we'll just like kind of be like, not for me, but for someone else, basically.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I guess maybe that's more so maybe some like Jordan models, maybe, or colorways, I'd say. But there's some also like I've grown to warm to as well. Like I didn't have any 13s before, like, and
Respect.
really mess with 13s, bro. I can't even lie. Like
that.
Premium leather, like you've got like suede on the midsole as well. And I don't think there's many shoes that you get suede on the midsole as well.
No, that's definitely,
it's crazy. So yeah, definitely have the moments, but you get to be creative about, like, you know, this ain't for me, but if you like it, hit the notify me button, kind of thing. So, yeah.
I was talking to Bradley Martinez from Football Joe recently, and he referenced a Huarache that dropped, a cheetah print Huarache that dropped, yeah. And when he said it, my mind,
there were some funny memes that come out.
He took me back. I said that day, like, because that was the whole time when it was like Yeezy Day versus sneakers.
Yeah.
It was at its height. Like, I think you just come out of lockdown, or maybe
we basically
like literally where everyone's been buying kicks. Everyone's been buying kicks, and now everyone's outside, and now like it's a thing, right? That cheetah thing came out, and bro, my heart broke, bro. My heart broke. Now I wanted you to understand from your perspective, because he was like on the day, he wasn't vibing with it, but obviously he just found a way to. You know what I'm saying? The way that, what were your feelings on that shoe?
The shoe wasn't for me, and for someone that likes a lot of color, like, it's obviously quite cheeky to say, but it wasn't for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did like the other pairs that dropped on the day, because I believe those shock dropped, the Lightning 4s.
Oh yeah.
The same day as well. So I was happy to see some other product, but yeah, those weren't for me, I won't lie. The Air J1s though, that had the cheetah print on them for women, they were good though, I won't lie. There was that yellow translucent sole. My girl's got them, she's happy with them. But yeah, it was a very different shoe. It wasn't for me. It was funny. There was someone made a meme with me wearing them, and they put like a gun to my head. It's like, say you like the shoe. I was like, so that was funny.
Oh man, I can imagine, man. To be fair though, having been in scenarios where you realize that ultimately your role is to present the product, not necessarily to because you're not there as an independent. You're there representing the brand, right? I completely understand where you're coming from. You get me? Like, is it because on one hand you have to maintain integrity because you want to be a voice that people trust, but on the other hand you obviously have to present this thing in an unbiased way. So it's definitely a cool dance to dance. A lot easier when you do like the shoe. Like I remember the year after, the Air Forces, the woven Air Forces were amazing. So like it's a lot easier, but I think that's.
I need to even pull mine out. Yeah.
I'm saying, but that's the nuance of the game, right? You still need to be able to essentially have that conversation, present in a way that is like, because people are gonna make their minds up anyway.
Of course.
They're gonna make their
minds up
anyway.
It's interesting you say that. I don't know if you saw recently the dot swoosh AJ1, Air Force One. Soul Supplier posted it and said, "Say the first thing that comes to your mind," and I typed fire. Someone put a laughing emoji, and then someone else said, "But you're paid to say that, right?" And in my head, I'm like, "If you know me, you'd know I like that shoe.
100%.
Like, or if you follow me, you know I like that shoe. It's a vibrant blue. It's seamless because it's kind of like
this is it. It's very like it's just like
very. It's almost like a reference to those seamless series in 06 or 05 as well. But yeah, it's a smooth shoe.
Super smooth. Very, very interesting. Like direction, the whole dot swoosh and the whole like. That whole it's still the metaverse thing that we're sort of
Web3 more.
Okay.
I don't entirely understand it. It's not, even though it's been explained to me many times, but like I just leave that to you. Like
100%. Yeah, you man do your thing. You get me.
Big up you, man.
If there was one piece of advice that either you would give or one thing that you would that you potentially received that you would say has helped you along your journey, what would that be?
Recently, I got I always get good advice given to me because I listen to people a lot. But I would say one I was given recently was be very solution based. You know, like it's easy to like
a spot for you, bro.
Identify problems and talk about them, and you can keep going round and round in circles. But do you have a solution, and can you activate it as well? So that's one thing. And one advice I'd give right now, it feels like just sometimes because I feel like my role on sneakers and also on the neighborhood side of Nike as well, which is kind of like in that insights world and research or whatever. I have to always kind of like, for me anyway, be on the ground and look around with what's going on or whatever, yeah? There's a lot of noise like outside right now, and I can only imagine like if you're kind of unsure about what you want to do, or like you're not in the right space in terms of like you're not where you want to go, it's probably really difficult to kind of understand how to navigate. I would say take some time out and try and look at them, because like it is very hard to like, one, decide to do something that other people aren't doing, and people are telling you like, why would you do that though? Like, you know what I'm saying? But also on the other side as well, watching what so many other people are doing on the internet on a regular basis or whatever, it's easy to kind of like follow suit and just like, maybe I should just go and do what they're doing or whatever. It's like, take some time out, turn the news off for a second. Obviously you can't do that forever because we live in the digital age, so I have to be realistic. I know some people like, delete social media. It's like, I don't think it's that simple. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, try to turn off the noise and like have regular moments where like you take a step back and like, am I doing this for me? Am I following suit? Am I doing something different? And am I bringing a solution?
I respect that. And self-realization, awareness is a really, really important piece. Because, like you said, we're so connected right now. It's almost like we're all basically one person.
Literally.
You get me? Like, and to break away sometimes feels like completely alien. But no, I appreciate that, because I think even myself at a certain point, like thinking, oh, how do you elevate the brand? How do you elevate the podcast? How do you get to this person? Get to that person? You know, thinking to yourself, oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? You get into that spiral.
You get distracted, man.
And you get and it's so easy to get distracted because of how easily you're bombarded. It's coming at you from every direction. Finding that focus and finding that quiet voice is really, really important. Bro, you've been absolutely amazing. We're going to start rapping. I'm going to ask you a little bit of an avant-garde, a little bit of a question, right? It's called Desert Island Kicks, one of my favorites, right? Imagine you're on the desert island, but you've got 2 pair of kicks with you. Okay. Right? Don't know how you got there, but they don't even have to be from your collection. They can be any 2 pair of kicks in the world. What 2 pairs of kicks you having with you and why?
Does it have to be a sneaker?
Take me with you, bro.
Okay, cool. So I've been on this journey of collecting mules lately. And,
mules?
Yeah. And I can't even lie, I've got some good ones, and they're comfortable, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would put, there's a Prada rubber mule that I've got that's very, very good. All black, easy, I take it I don't travel in trainers, like I just wear mules.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, I would take that. It's like, I could shine it looks amazing. I could let it be rough and no one even might think it's a croc. It's fine.
Yeah, for real, because that's the kind of vibe it is, right?
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, come rain or shine, I could wear it. So that's one for the island for sure. The second one, I would say, would have to be, might have to be the ACG Tour Mid, you know. And the reason I say that is that shoe can take a beating.
Well, that's it, bro. Yeah. The ACG and the
and it doesn't look waterproof because it's got like a hairy suede on it as well. But it's good inside. Again, it's one of the ones where, like, you know, you might have a date on the island. You never know.
You never know. There might be some indigenous people.
Yeah, you gotta say, you might need to brush it off a little bit. You can make it look alright.
I respect that. I respect that, bro. We're gonna jump into some quick fires, but before we do, right? You thought you were gonna get away with it, bro. You thought you were gonna get away with it. You thought you were gonna get away with it. I want a battle, bro. I want a battle, bro. Everybody, I want a battle. I spoke to you before and I said, you know what, right? This guy's an Air Max guy. He just come off an Air Max month, right? Big up all the Air Max heads out there, bro. We're going back to back Air Maxes, yeah? Your top 3, my top 3. Okay. You're my illustrious guest.
Okay.
So you can go first, yeah? And no play, bro. Cool. No play.
I would go first, and it's a pair that I saw in a store called Meteors back in the day. And that allowed me to realize, I think I saw it 09, but I think it came out 06 maybe. It's the Kiss of Death Clots Air Max 1.
That window.
Yeah. The first one, not the retro one. I got the retros just because of it made sense. But yeah, I go Kiss of Death. Cause like that was because I went in the store and I think I saw it was like £600 at the time. I believe it was 09. And I didn't understand. I was like, but they're just Air Maxes. Like, why this? And I thought that was the retail price. Because I didn't understand what resale was. Yeah. Okay, I get you. Know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, like, shoes get this expensive. I was like, maybe because it's see-through, or it looks like it's got like some kind of snake skin on the swoosh, like it's a premium shoe. I was like, cool. But then I found out later on that wasn't the original price, it was resale. But yeah, that's the shoe. I'll go first with that.
Kiss of Death is a strong start, broski. It's a strong start. So you didn't came to play games? You didn't come to play games, yeah? Okay, all right.
You're making me think of top. I didn't even think about it.
Oh, no, that's calm. First shoe I'm gonna go to, yeah, right? And it's possibly a little bit of recency bias, but we were talking about 95, so I'm gonna start off with a 95. I'm going with the Pink Beam Cortez.
Okay.
Right? That's fair. Reason being, it's my favorite of the pack, right? But also what it meant for London, bro. I'm a London boy. What that shoe meant for LDN, bro, it meant a lot to me for people like us as well. For a brand that at one point was at loggerheads, you get me, like with Nike, to now be like,
it's a beautiful story, yeah.
Like it's a movie, bro. Yeah. Respectfully, and one day we'll watch it. Right? So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Pink Beams just because that's my favorite. It could have been anyone from the pack, but I'm gonna shout out Cortez. Love what they're doing. Clint, big up yourself.
Cool. I would have to go Para 95s. Yeah. Yeah, Para 95s. Yeah, it's great colours on them as well. I feel like my boy Reese has them, Cake Not Crumbs.
Oh,
yeah. Para 95s, I have to go Para 95s.
Yeah, anytime Para they're involved in the kick, they never miss. Yeah, no, I don't know what their thing is.
They really don't.
But their yi is different to your yi, really respectfully. So, next up here, right? This is going to be a little left, but I love it, right? I'm going to go Atmos Duck Camo.
Okay, strong.
Yeah, I love that shoe.
That's a strong one.
Love
That's a
that
very
shoe.
Strong one.
That Duck Camo. Obviously, there was the remake, the Nike remake or whatever, but that original Atmos version, crazy shoe.
No, strong.
Like I'm saying, like never really anything done like that. And yeah, man, I love
very
that
bold
shoe. Super bold shoe. Pops on its own. You don't need to work with that shoe. Just let that shoe sing on its own. Respectfully.
Okay, so this is my final bet, yeah?
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go a little bit left. Might be a bit too, not too obscure, but I don't think everyone knows about this one. I'm gonna go Ralph Steadman 180.
I don't know about that. 180 though.
Yeah.
180.
Yeah.
Bro, the 180 is a sleeper and an absolutely amazing silhouette.
That Ralph Steadman 180 is strong. It's like an all-over hairy suede. If you're not familiar with Ralph Steadman, did the Honcho Jack artwork, great graphic designer. You don't really see many people with those like around, but it's a great shoe as well.
I respect that.
Top shoe.
I respect that, man. I see deeper knowledge coming out. Last one I'm gonna get is a shoe that a lot of people are gonna know, right? Like as time has gone on, small bit of controversy. Designer has left the brand. A lot of things have happened, but the shoe stands alone as one of the best 97s to ever be created. I'm talking about the 197, the Sean Witherspoon.
Oh, okay, fair.
Right?
That keeps coming up lately.
Talking about colour, you know.
Yeah.
Talking about colour. That's definitely a foray. Never had the shoe. Obviously, it's in store. I believe somewhere, unless it's been sold. It may have been sold, but like definitely a shoe I vibe with in terms of the silhouette. Number one, what it represented in 2017 in terms of that whole
competition.
that whole competition. Like what came out of that competition, undefeated, Skepta's ones as well. Like there was a lot of great shoes that came out of that competition, but the 197, the 97 one, depending on how you view it, like just brought together a lot of really cool elements. Sean Witherspoon, like it or not, it's gone on to go on to other things. I think personally, this is my view, he hasn't really reached that pinnacle.
Again, no, he hasn't. No,
that
in my
shoe,
opinion anyway,
yeah, that shoe is a legacy shoe, right? And in my opinion, right, and maybe I'm wrong, right? When you make other shoes after that shoe, you're potentially watering down the legacy.
I mean, I'm not going to say that, but it's hard to, I think, like, in all fairness, I think it's hard to create a great shoe with Nike and then go somewhere else and like beat it. It's really difficult.
And the thing is, like, obviously Ye did a similar thing in going from Nike to Adidas, but not many people have been able to, and that's even arguable. Because
I would argue that, yeah.
Bro, I'm arguing today on Instagram right now, like, shout out to Elsie you were chatting about earlier. He's like, no Adidas Yeezys count.
They're not. And also, you have to like actually see the level of madness when those shoes dropped.
Bro, it was a madness.
Like, it was crazy.
The hysteria.
Yeah.
Like, the hype was crazy.
Yeah,
the hype was nuts. No, but that was a solid freeze, right? The people would decide. You get me? They always like.
It's your shoulder. You got bias. You got the bias.
They always like the guest. They're telling me something, but yeah, no, I respect that.
Bro, that's a
good shot. Okay, let's do a few quick fires, and then we shoot out. Yeah. Are you ready for the quick fires?
Let's go.
Let's do it, man. Right, nothing but chest, yeah. Whatever comes out, comes out. Right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Harder question. New Balance or Adidas?
New Balance.
Respect. I know the answer to this, but for completeness, can you wear Nike and Adidas together? Yes or no?
So you should go to jail. Throw you in the
do
jail.
Not pass go. Do not collect 200. Straight to jail. Straight under the jail, bro. Alright. What was your last sneakers win?
Oh, what was my last sneakers win?
You see?
What was my last sneakers win? It wouldn't have been a win. It would have been a purchase.
Okay.
Oh, what did I purchase last? Damn. What did I purchase last, you see? I feel like it would have been something dumb, like an ISBA shoe or something like that.
Yeah, you say dumb.
Yeah.
What's your Jordan number?
My Jordan number, like my favorite Jordan?
Yeah.
Gotta go 13, man.
Oh yeah.
I can wear it all day long. Yeah.
I respect that, YouTube, Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram, man. Instagram, yeah.
Sneakers, kicks or crepes?
Man, can I say all? Because like literally, I'm between US and
bro, you're on different time.
Yeah, literally. I'm between all. It's mad. But crepes, I'm gonna say crepes.
I love that. Especially where we are, big up Crepes Collection Club as well. Spotify or Apple?
Apple Music. Listen, in 2024, if you're listening to Spotify, let me know if start. Let me start. Because Dolby Atmos, the sound quality. Are you joking?
Okay, I respect it. Vans or Converse?
Oh,
I know what you're meant to say.
I like Vans better, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I had a lot of Vans in college, man. You know what I used to do? I used to buy a new Era cap and then Vans to match with my EMA.
Bro,
I used to do that, man.
Yeah, bro.
Just because, look, I love Converse, but like the history of me and Vans, I can't lie. Like,
I love that. Shout out to EM. Does this still happen?
I don't even know. I died, man. I died. The kids don't look fresh like that no more.
Bro. First when I bought my EMA, I bought a pair of Timbs and a Johnny Blaze. And a Johnny Blaze hoodie, bro. Straight to the West End, G. Crazy. Shout out to my man. Favorite collaboration?
Favorite collaboration? Oh, favorite collaboration. I might say currently, I'm a man, yeah.
Love that.
Tell great stories.
That's absolutely true. I'm not gonna go there. Laces or slip-ons?
Laces.
Default laces, or do you pattern your laces?
I pattern my laces. No way. Again, you should go jail again if you wear it straight out of the box.
I love that. Custom designs. So do you customize your shoes or straight factory settings?
Straight factory settings.
Retro or innovation?
Innovation.
Yeah. Flip flops or slides?
Slides.
Socks or barefoot?
Socks. Again, go to jail.
Comfort or style?
Comfort.
Interesting. Fresh and clean or beaten and battered?
Fresh and clean.
Washing machine or hand wash your kicks?
We're free. We shouldn't be doing that. We are very free.
We're free.
We're free. We shouldn't be doing that. We are very free.
Oh man, I respect it. Lows, mids or high?
Mids. Wait. Are you talking Jordan 1s?
I'm talking in general.
No, highs.
And last one here is triple blacks or white and whites?
White and whites, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, white and whites.
The triple blacks to the murderers.
White and whites.
Last couple bits. Sneakerhead is a term that we throw about a lot. I mentioned it a couple of times during the interview. What does it mean to you?
It's a lot of pressure, man. It's a lot of pressure. Like, it's funny, when I first started the role, yeah, because my role didn't start off like with this. This was something that came after, almost by accident. But when it started happening with like being in front of camera, I was like, I don't feel like I have what the community would be considered a sneakerhead kind of thing or whatever. But I guess it's someone that's committed to, like, you know, sneakers in general. Like, you really love this, you love the years things were made, you love the stories behind it, you go far and wide to find out information. And then I guess also you look out for other people as well. It's like, if you didn't catch something, like, you'll connect someone with someone that has something in another country, proxy and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But you really, really do care about continuing this legacy of passing the baton to other people who are like, yo, let's continue this weird thing that we like to collect and hoard and all that kind of stuff or whatever, and, you know, bring us together. So yeah, that's what I would consider it as. But it's a lot of pressure to, like, say, hey, I'm a sneakerhead. It's like, okay, cool, what year did this drop or whatever? It's like, hey bro, I wasn't even alive.
See, this is it. But with all of that being said, Will Stowe, obviously Nike sneakers that we all know, we all love. Would you call yourself a sneakerhead?
I would say, so, no, I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead, not because I'm trying to be different, yeah, but because I love fashion, yeah, and I love apparel as well. But this is all within the thing. So I'd say, not that it's a term, but I'm a culture head, yeah. Like that. But I wouldn't go about and be like, I'm a culture head or whatever, but like, I would say that, you know what I'm saying, rather than say I'm a sneakerhead.
I respect that, I respect that. And I respectfully disagree. Because for you to sit across from me and have the discussion that we've had, contributed as much as you have to sneakers in this country and across the globe, bro, like, to be in the spot that you're in, like, and doing us proud, respectfully as well.
Appreciate it, bro.
Like, yeah, man, Kicks Chronicles certified sneakerhead, bro.
They said it, I didn't, they said it.
Yeah, man, I said it.
It's official.
On that move. You get me? Whoa, like 10-15 million people are gonna watch this, right? So you might want to tell them about yourself. You get me? If they don't know, how can they get in contact? How can they support? You got anything going on? Talk to the people.
Cool. So my name's Will Stowe, Hackney born and raised. You can catch me on Will Stowe, HOS on everything. I try to make it simple as possible. What could you be looking out for? I'm trying my best to get back into writing, aside from everything else. I really love writing. I love writing over music as well. I had one song with my boy Snips, big up Snips, called The Product. This was time ago, and it got taken on by Defected, one of the smaller labels or whatever. But I really would love for like another opportunity like that. So if you see me and you want to message me or whatever, be like, yo, where's the new music, where's the new poetry at? Hit me up about that. I've been saying for ages as well, this is now me getting all my procrastinations out, basically. That I wanted to start off a Substack, basically. Okay. And this is just for me to kind of talk about things that I see, things that I like, places I go to, people I meet, and just kind of like documenting my life and times, essentially. Like, I just started wearing glasses recently. I like the glasses I got. I want to talk about the glasses I got. I got them from Gentle Monster. I think they're sick. Everyone should go get them.
Love that.
They're a bit expensive, but everyone should go get them. But definitely look out for that. And what else? There's definitely some new content coming through on the Sneakers app that should be exciting as well. Maybe later on in the summer you'll see it as well. But yeah, definitely check out my page. Like, I'm always going to be posting what I'm wearing. I love dressing up, man. That's like,
yeah, man, this guy's definitely, and bro, like, I have to say, bro, you definitely are an inspiration in terms of the fits that you put together.
Appreciate it.
Like, massively an inspiration, because I think we're definitely in an era where people are a bit more free and a bit more open to color, to different fits, to different textures and stuff. Especially people that are slightly bigger as well.
Yeah.
Like, you get me? Like, not that I'm a bit bigger than you, but I'm saying, like,
it's not easy.
It's not easy, bro.
You gotta get creative.
Man. You have to try. You know, you have to really be intentional about these things, bro. And some of the fits you put together, your use of jewelry as well. I always
Appreciate
vibe with that as well, man. The accessories, it's always a really important thing to elevate. So yeah, I'm definitely vibing with that, man. So yeah, make sure to go follow Will on Instagram, and whatever he's doing, just get tapped in and locked in. You get me? While you're doing that, you might as well follow him as well. You get me? Big ProZECH on all platforms. This is Kicks Chronicles, man. Once again, our guest has been Will Stowe from the Sneakers app. Like, this guy, he's a real guy. I was like, he's right there, right? Guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things you're meant to do, right? If you want to tell me something, tell it to me under 5-star reviews. Yeah, I don't hear nothing else. Being respectful, I don't hear nothing else. You get me? Good, bad, or indifferent, under 5 stars, and you have my attention, right? People, look after yourselves, look after one another. Kicks Chronicles 100 is coming very, very soon. Keep your eyes peeled for what's about to drop there. And yeah, man, until I see you, man, down the roads, look after yourself and stay blessed.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Kicks Chronicles. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, review, and all that good stuff. And remember, full video version is available on YouTube, audio versions available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.